In today's video, I'm going to reveal about how I made it to purchase this house of investment in Ghana for my post-return or beyond the return. The purpose for beyond the return is that you must have sustainability. You must have cash flow.
You've been looking for someone who brings you breakfast in bed and doesn't mess with.
Wonderful people of the diaspora and in the diaspora, how are you today? AfrigaZone for Africa to win. Welcome back to my video. If you are here for the first time, my name is Raphael from the US diaspora, and I welcome you gladly into my videos where I talk about the diaspora, I talk about the latest, I talk about the return back home, I talk about investment back home in Africa, I talk about the pre, during, and post-return. So far you have known me, but also it is very important that we all build network by you subscribing to my channel and turn on the notification button, and then also like this video, become part of the revolution, become part of the movement back to Africa. Thank you for joining me again in this video. Promise made, promise kept. I've kept the promise and I'm here to discuss with you and teach you in this video how I was able to purchase my house for investment in Ghana. My house for investment in Ghana. How I was able to purchase it. I promise you that I'm going to reveal to you the strategies that I have used, and it worked for me because I want my success to be your success. I want my failure, you learn from it or from them, so that we all can network together and get to where we want to get to. So far, stay tuned and check it out again, this short video. Thank you for staying tuned. As I say that if you are here for the first time, my name is Raphael, and consider to subscribe to my channel. Smash the notification button, smash the like button. It's free. Just subscribe to my channel, and we could not make it to 10,000 at the end of April, but this May, why not? It can be possible. So let's delve into the purpose for this video. I have 5 points to show you how I made it possible to purchase this property. You must know that this property is for investment. This property is for investment. I already have a place when I go to Ghana, I stay with my family. So this one is for investment. Does it mean that I may not spend some time there? If it's available, why not? I can spend some time there. But the purpose for this is for investment, because I have not completely moved to Ghana yet. So while I am in the United States, I'm going back and forth during my preparation. I am during the preparation right now. If I go, why not? I can spend some time there. But the purpose for this purchase, for this me purchasing this house, is for an investment. I can use it for Airbnb. I'm putting up together a website where also through the website you can rent it. I can rent it for the weekend, for corporate. I want to spend time, outside their building. That's the reason why I'm looking forward, building, inculcating a swimming pool and a pergola, at the back of the building where people can have, private time. Corporate companies like up to 15 and 20 people also, they can use the living room, they can use the kitchen also, to spend time and then do work for business or something like that, do small parties, and I can rent that through the website. I can rent that through the Airbnb site also. So the purpose of this place is primarily for investment. So if you are buying a place for yourself where you want to stay, a house for yourself when you want to stay, or you may not use this strategy or some of the point that I'm going to share with you. Okay, let's get into the 5 point. Number one, to buy an investment property, any investment property, whether abroad or whether in Africa, the strategy is the same for number one. Location, location, location. Number one, A, location. Number one, B, location. Number one, C, location. So location, if you want to go for investment property, investment house, like the way this one is, it had to be close to the city. It should be strategic. It had to be accessible. The location had to be accessible by road, by taxi, by cars. It had to be accessible. It had to be close to the city, the center of the city, the proximity of the city, where people can get there. And from airport to the location should not be more than 1 hour. When it is around 45 minutes, that is great. That is great. This is some idea for the point number one. Strategic point number two. In Ghana, also in the majority of Africa countries, in the motherland, cash is king. Cash is king. Not that people don't have bank accounts, not that people does not like transaction, banking transactions or something like that, but cash is king. You must understand that cash is king. People would like to have dollars. They want to have payment in dollars or foreign currency. It depends. It can be in euro. It can be also in dollars. It can be also in the local currency. So you must understand the exchange rate at all time. You must keep up with the exchange rate at all time. What I do myself much often, since I am native Ghanaian, I am like a dual citizen. In Ghana, I have a bank account. So if the currency is a little high, if the dollar, the rate of the dollar is a little high, I send money to my account for reserve. I send money to my account, my motherland account, for reserve, for emergency purposes, in case the dollar rate is high. So when it goes down, it is like you go to currency exchange. It fluctuates all the time. It goes back and forth, low and up. So whenever it is low, you don't know when you're going to have something available. You don't know when you're going to have some opportunity available. So when it is high, you know that last year, the end of last year, sometimes in September, when we came back from Ghana last year, September, October, it went up to 16 when the city had a lot of trouble. So I took some of this opportunity to send money, even though they did not want people to send a lot of money to really kind of make the Ghana city leak a lot. But I was able to send money home. It went down again to 15 or 14, and 13. And between 13 right now, it's kind of going back and forth between 13 and 11.50. So these are some of the things that, if you are Ghanaian in the diaspora, if you are an African in the diaspora, you are Nigerian in the diaspora, you are Kenyan in the diaspora, you are Ivorian, you are Gambian in the diaspora, you must look forward to doing something like this, and then that could help you. That will help you with the, with the exchange rate also. In case someone want to sell something like that in local currency, sorry, for you, it's going to be advantageous for you. It's going to be expedient for you. Yeah. So cash is king back home. Strategic point number 3 that I'll use to purchase my investment house is that you must build network. You must build network in Africa. Whatever country that you prefer going to in Africa, you must build network. It means that you must build relationship with people that God sent into your life, that the divine nature sent into your life. You must know them and they must know you. It is also said that your net worth, how much you have in your bank account, your net worth, how much you have right now when it comes to your estimated wealth. It is based, it is connected, it is also related to your network, the network that you have. Certain opportunities in life, whether for success or to get into the top, depends on your network. So you must look forward to build a network, a solid network. And in order to do that, you cannot be here just abroad or in the West to do that. That's why during the pre-movement, you should visit Ghana, build your network from here, people who have been there, people that you know here in the United States of America or in the UK or in Europe, whatever country, in Belgium, in France, build a network with them. So some of the relationship take time. So that's why you need to begin to lay the foundation, build on top of it. And that's how you do it. So as for me, I have some trusted people on the ground, So this trusted man that I have in my life was able to go and negotiate the price. So was able to negotiate the price, and he was the one who represented me over there. So that takes me to the point number 4. Point number 4 is negotiate the price. Debate the price. Negotiate the price of your purchase. Whatever you are going to purchase, negotiate it. And then sometimes, this is true, that people are saying that when they realize that you are from abroad, they overcharge you. And during the negotiation, do install payment and your due diligence. That one is another whole topic. And then make sure, and then have a contract, and then be able to have, after you make a contract for payment, make sure that whatever you pay, you get a receipt. You get a receipt for it, for proof. Okay? Yeah. And the money should go to the one who owns the property. Or if it is represented by an agent, if it's represented by somebody, make sure that everybody's name is on the document. Everybody's name must be on the document. And also, when you build a network, if a lawyer is needed, it depends of the amount of price. When we are talking about millions, You need to go through your due diligence. You need to go through even a legal system or something like that, and it's worth it for your protection and for your safety. That's why in the future I'm looking forward being one of your network in Ghana, so we can work together in sincerity and integrity. Because as I live my life, two-thirds of my life here, more than I live in Africa, I am more like you than the average person in Africa or average person in Ghana. Point number 5, strategy point number 5 that I use to purchase my property, my investment property, very safe. After making the installed payment, after agreeing and having contracted the installed payment, I made the first one through bank transaction where my representative and the representative of the owner, we all signed the paper, went to the bank and did the first transaction. And during that time, due diligence is being done. End of February, I made the second installment payment, and you gotta honor your words also. You gotta honor your words. In all these things, it's not without risks. Investment is always with risk, but minimize the risk. That's why I say that I'm saying that it's my trusted person, meaning that it's somebody that I know for years. It's somebody that have already done for himself. It's somebody that I know beyond a shadow of doubt. That he wanted this for me, something like that. And the main point in the strategy point number 5 is that when I was about to make the last payment, which I made in mid-April, we had a plan in the pipeline. Either I go or my wife will go. So for the last payment in the installment plan, my wife took the money and went to Ghana. If my wife will not go, I will have gone for myself, because we have to collect the document of the house. We have to complete the transfer. We have to complete also the signatures for the contract, the last installment payment, so that we can process or we can receive the document of the house. And that will give us opportunity also to do the rest of the assessment, the transfer of document, So as of now, my wife is on the ground. My wife is in Ghana. It's ahead of us. And then we ourselves will be going in June, if the case, after school dismiss, in June, the CPS, the Chicago Public School. So we'll be in Ghana. And then we try to put it together. And I'll start putting it together. By December, this place should be ready. And then by December, this place should be ready. So this is the 5 strategy points, and that could help you, that I use, to make my purchase successful. And then sometimes there might be a little trick in there, but these are some of the main that I use in this one. So number 1, if it's an investment property that you want to buy from the diaspora, it must be strategic. Location. And number 2 is that cash is king. Cash is king in Africa, in most of the country in Africa also. And then number 3, network. Net worth is your network. Your net worth depends and is based on your network. It's related to your network. So I have a network over there. I have a trusted person over there who negotiated it, and we were able to make conference call and install payment. And number 4, negotiate the price. Let them know how much you want to buy it for. Let them know how long, how many months, or duration that you finish your payment, and honor your words. Everything should be put on black on white. Should be black on white. It means that's documented. And finally, the last payment, make sure that you are there yourself. Imagine, let's say that I purchased this plane for $40,000. So you are telling me that you cannot spend $1,002 to buy a ticket and go to, in a country in Africa and come back to seal the deal of $40,000. So it's almost like how much? 0.4% of $40,000. Your ticket price is something that you should do. Make sure that you do that so that you can have the document of the property in your possession. That's a very important, and for transfer also, and that will give you the opportunity also to look at the place. So when my wife went and see the property and everything, the property was attractive. It's a three-bedroom, 3.5 bath, which we are going to use for this. So overall, in summary, this is I think that could help you. Also, you have taken notes, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel. And this has been a blessing to you. And then I adhere to a certain principle in my life. You can believe in anything, but if you don't adhere to principles, nothing will work for you. So I believe that it is more blessed to give than to receive. As you have received, it has been a blessing to you. The same way, consider to subscribe to my channel and take me to 10,000. We could not make it by the end of April, but by the end of this month, May, it can be possible. Your brother Raphael from the Diaspora. I guess you will be blessed. Thank you very much. I'll catch you up in my next video. Ciao.
Yeah, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out.